Well, hello. I don't know if Tyler started or opened this episode yet, so if he hasn't, welcome to the next episode of Vlogmas. My sister's coming over. She should be here any minute. We got some groceries ordered, delivered this morning. Things we just needed. Really, we still have plenty of stuff for the meals we planned a few days ago because we've been lucky enough that both of our parents have made us a dinner. We've been eating on those leftovers, things like that. So tonight we want to make one of the dinners we planned. We'll see what we get into, but we'll definitely share that. But I'm hoping also today to make maybe my ginger molasses cookies that I love so much. They're so good. I'm not big on just gingerbread, but these ginger spice cookies, don't let the molasses throw you off, are unbelievably good. So hopefully we'll get to make those in this episode too, because yeah.
Well, hello and welcome to Vlogmas episode 6, I think. So I wanted to show you, it occurred to me that last year I started to talk about how I was going to remodel the garage at work. And then my plan was at the time that I was going to film it and I was going to upload it, but I ended up not filming it because it was one of those things that I kind of did in stages over the course of like a few months. I would work on it for like a few days and then I would have a little bit of time off and then I would work on it and then, it was just one of those things. So I ended up not filming it, but it is done now because I finished it over the course of the last year. So I just figured I would take like 1 or 2 minutes here. I would do a very, very quick tour. I'll show the old footage of what it used to look like over this as well, so that you can kind of see what a big difference it is. So I'll just start over here on one side. We'll just do like a 1 minute tour all the way across and then that'll be it. Just because I know some people might be interested. Okay, so starting over here on this side, this wall here had a bunch of holes in it, so I patched and did that. Obviously I painted the whole thing, painted all the walls, painted all the shelves. So these shelves here, I put several coats of primer on, and then I put a very, very high gloss paint on them because I'm like in a garage. This way I can spray water, I can use a hose, whatever, and I'm not worried about it because it's got a really nice high sheen on it. So it'll be easy to clean as far as dusting goes and all that kind of stuff. I need to finish putting up all my tools over here. I started to do that, but I never ended up finishing it. So I've got some tools here that I need to finish putting up on the wall here. I added a shelf over here and then obviously just painted that. What else? Okay, so then moving on over here, got that all painted. I did sort of a black and white motif here, which I thought was just kind of nice. This here was a piece of drywall, and there was a leak up there when we very first moved in, and I ended up, the leak was fixed, but there was still just a bunch of damage on the drywall. So I ended up getting rid of that piece of drywall and replacing it here with this. So then if we ever need to get up there, we can, but it's a much cleaner looking thing up there, so it doesn't look so bad. Okay, so let's see, this little thing here is pretty nifty. It's a laser, and you can actually set these lasers. It's on a motion detector here. So the laser, it dips beneath the laser. You can point them at a certain area in your car, and then when you pull in, you know where to stop your car. So like, people will hang tennis balls from the ceiling. It's kind of that kind of thing, but it just hangs from there, and it's just a little bit less invasive, I guess. Let's see, I got a camera up there. Painted the door here, got a smart lock on that door, put a thing here for mops and brooms and et ceteras. Got the shelves over here done, painted, etc. Then just hung a few things on the wall that were just kind of sitting around. What else? Okay, so the big thing obviously was the floor. So it looks kind of bad right now because we've been driving on it in winter and snow, and it comes in and it melts and it's dirty and it's whatever. I promise this actually looks really, really nice, especially compared to what it did look like before. So you can kind of see, like if you look over here on the side where we haven't driven, what it looks like, and it looks really nice. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. But to remind you, there was some paint in here, but they had used patio paint, not garage floor paint, because they left the gallon of paint for me. It says on there, do not use in garages because it's not rated for hot tire pickup. And there was just all these big patches that were pulling up and peeling and all that kind of stuff. So I ended up redoing the floor. It's got a really nice kind of texture to it too, like a non-slip kind of texture here. This stuff here, I got it at Lowe's. Anyway, it's just got this like aggregate kind of stuff built into it. It's really, really nice. I ended up doing probably 3 or 4 coats of that. I did a primer, I did a sealant, I did the whole 9 yards, and it is so much better. And so, like I said, it's a quick hose off. It'll look so much better, but very, very happy with how that all turned out. Oh, I added some lights up here. It was pretty dark. We only have these 2 little lights. So added some lights here. I added this extension cord thing here because we have no extension cords. There are no outlets in here at all, I should say. So anyway, very, very happy with how it all turned out. It's much better, much brighter, much cleaner than what it was, and especially when you compare it to what it used to look like. So there you are. For anyone who's interested in what I talked about last year, there you go. Boom goes the dynamite.
Lighting's a little moody. So
Mad-eye moody?
Mad-eye moody. So I am currently kind of doing some planning for a get-together we're having here soon with some friends. We're doing like a game night type thing that we'll do this once a year. I think last year we did it in the fall. The year before that we did it at like in the holiday season. This time we're obviously doing the holiday season. So excited about that. We need to get to planning some of the games we're going to play because we do like, it's like a whole thing. It's so much fun. But also planning some of the food we're going to have. We're just doing appetizers and desserts. So honestly, consider like we thought about canceling this get together because we were like with my broken foot. And that was my first thought when it first happened. But now that I've lived some life between then, we're like, no, like life goes on and it's going to be, we so enjoy being with these people and playing the games. So we're going to still do it, but we're trying to think of ways like, how can we scale it back? And like for the appetizers, instead of making things from scratch, what can we have ready made that we can just pop in the oven? Mini quiche, always a win and always a crowd pleaser. Meatballs in a crock pot, always a win, always a crowd pleaser.
Meatballs!
Ready to go like charcuterie board type thing from Walmart. Ready to go. So that kind of thing. But one recipe I do want to try to make is, and I can link this below, whipped goat cheese crostini with fig and honey. Anything I have ever had that has whipped goat cheese and honey or fig or whatever together is so unbelievably good. And this is basically just on crispy slices of bread, you know? So it looks actually pretty darn easy. And I really feel like a lot of people will love this. So if I'm picking one thing I'm going to actually make, I think that's what it's going to be. However, I think I mentioned I placed a grocery order and it came this morning for some stuff for this and just some, but did I ever finish that thought? I feel like I didn't. Did I vlog this or not? I don't remember, but I placed a grocery order for things. Oh, I did finish it. We had a lot of dinners being made for us, which has been amazing. So, but just got a lot of things like milk, bananas. We go through fruit very quickly. So we needed berries and things like that we eat a lot. Yogurt. So, the only thing I didn't get because it was out of stock was the crostini or whatever. And you can make your own. I mean, it's literally just thin, like a baguette or whatever, sliced up and baked. But again, if the name of the game is easy, it'd be nice to have those ready to go. And then I can just, so we'll see. But those look so good. And the reviews, is this the one that had really good reviews? I think so. Tyler, you were wanting to do like a crock pot of hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Like get a nice hot cocoa.
Nice and easy, but also delicious.
You know, we could get like a special whipped cream.
I could just make whipped cream. It's way better.
Yes, it is. But again, if the name of the game is easy.
You whipped cream, I can whip up in about 30 seconds.
You can, and it is very good. Also, I'm seeing my grocery list. We have baking soda on the list. Do you put baking soda like in your fridge to soak up like smells and keep it fresh? We did that all my life. We've done it with other fridges, but for whatever reason, the past year or two, or did we ever put one?
No, because this has a built-in air filter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
In the back of it.
That's right. That's right. Now I'm picturing it.
So it's supposed to.
So we haven't done it, and we cannot figure out what is stanking up our fridge. We have pulled out all the vegetables, the salad. We're smelling everything. The cheese. We did find some blue cheese.
It was some old blue
Hard
cheese.
to know if blue cheese has gone bad.
Well, my thought is it was the blue cheese, but it just
because blue cheese smells.
Right.
And it could have been.
It was already a little bit old, but I think it also, the smell is just still there because it's just lingering. It'll be there for a couple days.
I think if we get a thing of baking soda and get it popping in there after a day or two, because there's nothing in there we are convinced, and we know, we've gone through everything. Nothing in there unless something fell behind something and we just don't know it.
It's possible.
Yeah, maybe I should look at that.
I can take the drawer out too with that.
I was going to say, yeah, that is absolutely possible now that I'm saying that out loud. Anyway, so that is what's going on here. enjoyed watching Home Alone 2. How often have we talked about Home Alone? I don't know, a lot. They are so into it right now. It's so fun. So we watched Home Alone 2 before bed tonight, and then Sweet Felicity fell asleep on me. So luckily Tyler was able to transfer her to her bed, which is incredible. And then Gigi's up in bed. So it's a nice quiet moment. Tyler got a fire going. Pinocchio is, sorry. He's snoozing right next to me. He says, I love when the fire's going. Yes, you do. Okay, my friends, the thing that I was showing in slow motion in the last episode is what I'm going to show you today, because I think I've maybe tried this years ago. I had forgotten about it. Taking a liquid or cream bronzer, for those interested, and mixing it with a foundation of yours. I'm just going to grab, actually, let me do it with my e.l.f. I really like that one. All right, so I've got this Rare Beauty one. So if you feel like a bronzer is too dark on you, too whatever on you, maybe too orangish, too whatever, you can adjust the tone, but also the literal color. So by taking your bronzer and mixing in, that might be too much foundation. Let me take some of that to the side. And mixing in a foundation, I feel like it makes it longer lasting because it's got that bit of foundation in it. But it also makes it closer to your skin tone if you don't want your bronzer to be like super obvious, but you want that little bit. That's usually the vibe I try to go for. So let me show you the difference. So like there's the original. I mixed it with the foundation. So let's give it a try. I mean, I've tried it obviously, but I just feel like it ends up looking so nice. It's even easier to apply because it's got that little bit of coverage to it. So if it lifted up the foundation underneath it all, it wouldn't, basically, because you're laying down more foundation. This makes it more similar to, like, this is why I love that NARS cream bronzer I've talked about for years, because it does this. So I just wanted to share that little fun tip that I tried to share in the last episode. I was so mad, you guys, that I did all that in slow-mo. I even told Tyler, I said, no, some of the stuff I was sharing was really good. The other thing you guys missed, not makeup related, was I had done a clip where Tyler was at that jazz band Preservation Hall show that he was talking about. And I had gotten the girls to bed, and I had done what I was joking was girl dinner, which for me, I made the girls like a dinner that they would, that they would enjoy. And then I made a dinner I would enjoy because I figure it's fun night with mommy. And so I made myself eggs and toast. And I would say if Tyler's dad dinner was buffalo chicken strips, Jesse's mom dinner would definitely be breakfast for dinner. So there we go. Anyway, but once I got them to bed, I ended up getting a lot of Christmas shopping done. I feel like with my broken foot, I had planned to do a lot of my shopping in store. I love to go out and like shop like that. But assuming I'm not going to do that quite as much this year, I wanted to get as much as I could done online. So I was able to get a lot of things done, some Christmas gifts I wanted to get for Tyler, some family Christmas gifts, etc. So feeling pretty good. I feel like we're in a good spot. There are definitely still some holes we need to fill, and we also both need to get like a white elephant gift from each of us for my side of the family, things like that. But for the main people in our lives, I think we're pretty done, other than like maybe some stuff for the kids. So we were talking about maybe going to a store together, and either I bring my like knee scooter or we use one of the electric scooters, thinking like at Meijer or Walmart or somewhere. I think that would be enjoyable to be able to kind of pick out some gifts in person. I don't know what it is about that, but I really do love shopping in person for gifts when I can, because to me, that's almost part of the fun. I love gift giving. So anywho, I am about to go to the nail salon. I love this color red. I don't know. It's like a dipped powder, and they have so many. I don't know what it was, but I love the brighter red. But 2 of the nails broke, so I think that, because these are my actual nails, but then it's dipped powder, I think that this was just like a cheap, like there are better brands than others. And at my nail salon, even my nail tech, who I love, was like, do you want me to pick out a different red, like in a better thing? And she pulled some that were close, but they weren't quite this. And so I was like, I'll just do it. And I should have trusted her professional opinion, because 2 of them broke, because I think it's just not as strong of whatever that is. So anyway, I don't know what to do today. Every part of me wants to just do the red again. I love the bright red so much. But I was also kind of thinking like maybe like a chromy white, something that'll kind of carry on past Christmas a little bit. So maybe I'll do green. We'll just see what we come up with. But I'm excited to go do that. And then got some filming to do today, some just other work stuff behind the scenes. And also just thinking like end of the year stuff. I feel like I have random things I need to get done before the end of year is up. I need to talk to my accountant about a few things when it comes to like my work stuff and some invoices and stuff. So I feel like my to-do list is growing, but the days before the end of the year is shrinking, and I've got to like buckle down and get some things done when I have the time, which today I should have the time. So fingers crossed for a very productive day. So a couple things. One, got my nails done. I did like a little white with like a teeny bit of sparkle. I was so late to the appointment because I didn't realize that it had like sleeted and kind of snowed last night. So when I finally left today to go, I'm coming out with plenty of time. And then I realized, oh no, my windshield, the car, we didn't pull it into the garage last night and it just had, ice on it. So I'm like, oh man. So I'm texting Tyler because he's not there. I'm like, where's the scraper? I thought we had one in the car and I couldn't find it. We've got boxes we need to, anyway. So I'm hobbling around trying to like get it anyway. Finally it defrosted, but I'd called my nail tech and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm running so late. Do you want to reschedule? Like, that's okay. I understand. And she was like, no, I'll wait for you and then we'll figure it out. And so it all worked out. But that was so nice of her to let me be so late. Anyway, but I wanted to do something simple. I thought about doing like something maybe like red and white, like candy stripes, like a candy cane. I would have loved that. But because I was so late, I was like, I don't want to ask her to do like nail art when we're already in a rush. So I was like, I'm going to do something simple. But I love white nails. I just think they look so nice. And there's that little bit of sparkle to them. So I am content. Then I'm heading into work and got some Dunkin'. I have not gotten Dunkin' in a while. Loving the cups. They're so cute. Super boring though. Tyler wanted just hot black coffee and then I got the same, but I did half decaf and then with some creamer in it. So I know that's such a boring order, but it's what we both wanted. We're feeling a little like tired today. Here's something interesting. Our bodies are incredible because I wear my Oura ring, right? Every single day I sleep in it. It will show you, your sleep score. How is your sleep? And it's basing it on so much. It's way above my pay grade. Okay. But my point being, it knows that I had an injury. Like it can tell, and I've never told it, but it can tell something's going on and that my body is not the way it normally is. And that has been so interesting to see. I've heard stories of people wearing their Oura ring like through pregnancy or it can be a great tool for trying to conceive as well. That's how I've been kind of using it. And anyway, but it's just kind of amazing. If you are someone that would like be into that data, you really might like a ring like this. The Oura one is the one we love. The Ultra Human is one I've heard other people love, but I've gotten questions about like, do you use it for tracking like workouts? You can, but I don't know how accurate it is, if I'm being honest. I think it's actually gotten way better. Its step count is pretty in line with what my step count is when I'm wearing my watch all day, within like 100 or 200 steps. And I've tested that a couple different days. So that is good to know because I don't think it used to be that good. But the Ultra Human is much cheaper too. And I'm going to be honest, I wish I'd done a little more deeper research because I think if I could go back in time, I would have, I don't know, I love my Oura ring and I love the app, but you have to pay a monthly fee. Whereas with the Ultra Human, I don't think you have to. And if I had known that before going into it, so anyway, if you were thinking about asking for one for Christmas for yourself or getting it, just some information to know. But I really like wearing like a ring like this to track that stuff. So I am going to head in and see you on the flippity flip. Little shout out to my cutie little Christmas decor here. A little sparkly. This makes me think of that. I mean, undoubtedly it's meant to look like that ribbon candy. My parents always had this at Christmas time. And I am just this moment remembering that. Where do they even sell this? And how do I get some? And then this little sparkly cutie too. And then I've just got a candle going. This is that Book Loft one from Bath & Body Works. I don't think they even still sell, but I had Twisted Peppermint in here. And actually, I think I bought this last year and I have just been burning it. But it is such a strong scent. It's almost too strong. Whereas that one is super light. I feel like Bath & Body Works could totally release, like, because most of their candles are super strong, and generally I like that. We don't light candles all the time, so when we do, like, I kind of want the smell, but I'm saying all this to say I wish they offered, like, the same scents, but, like, a light version, so you could opt for that. Do you know, is that crazy? Is that dumb? Maybe that's dumb. Okay, bye.
Okay, 2 things. 1, we got the goods. We contacted the neighbor. We got the recipe for the... some people call it Christmas crack. That's not what this recipe was called, but we got it. We got it. Secured. So...
Linked below. We'll have to make it here the next week or so.
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not. I'm not linking that yet. You're going to have to watch the next episode. See, this is how you YouTube.
Evil!
This is how you YouTube.
Oh,
you got to
please.
make them keep coming back for
please
more.
Teach me.
Anyway, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, we have not done much cooking yet in these vlogs just because of, I know you talk about it with, moms making food and all that. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
But this weekend, I'm planning on making a few things. I think you're planning on making a few things. So our next one is going to be a little...
Well, I'm cooking twice tonight. This and cookies.
Oh, you are doing the
Gigi,
cookies tonight?
If I can prep this
I
now.
thought you were doing that this weekend. Oh,
well, okay,
all right.
so here's my plan, and then we'll do that. I'm planning on making this for dinner tonight. It has been on my to-make list. Maple Dijon roasted veggie bowls. I'm going to prep all the veggies. They all go on the same tray. You put it in, and then you just quickly make this dressing.
What was
However,
Okay.
However, we do
term.
not have maple syrup. We are out. So you're going to have to run to the store later. That's what we were discussing before. While he's out with Felicity for something. So, okay. But I'm hopeful, once I get that prepped and it's just sitting to the side, me and Gigi, while you were taking Lissy to her thing, are hoping to make some ginger cookies. Yes.
Awesome. Oh, perfect. Okay. So that's coming up soon. And then I'm going to try and make more English muffins this weekend, and I'll share that recipe. I'll try and do this other stuff.
So
what do they call
good.
People kept saying, like, oh, I think it's Christmas crack, which I've heard of before.
No,
Maybe
that's
like
with the saltines.
Okay, that's with saltines.
It's the same vibe.
It's the same
it's
kind
the
of
same
thing.
toffee-like.
But this has graham crackers in it instead of...
Salted toffee chocolate squares. Oh my gosh.
Salted toffee chocolate squares is what these are called. Anyway, so we'll make those this weekend, and then we'll share the recipe on that one. So, but anyway, I brought you here not to tell you any of that. So I went to Costco the other day, and I vlogged about it. You saw that. I picked these up. I've never seen these before. So this is literally this sparkling protein drink. It says it's got 30 grams of protein in it. And so I was like, well, I'll give it a try. So I picked it up. It doesn't have any caffeine, which is nice because that's one thing I was like, I don't need any more energy drinks. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
so I was like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is kind of a cool thing to like have in the afternoons where I'm like, anyway, so I'm like, we're going to give it a try.
Zero sugar?
Like,
what is in it then? What could possibly...
It doesn't say if
water,
it's like
whey protein, collagen peptides. Okay.
Oh, it does say whey protein. That's what I was gonna say. It didn't say on the little thing here.
Whey protein isolate. Yeah. Interesting.
I'm like, this is always the problem when you, or not the problem. It's a risk. It's a gamble doing this at Costco because
you're having.
I better like them because I got 24 of them. I'm pretty sure.
All right, if you don't open this up, I'm gonna start screaming. I want to try.
Yeah, we haven't tried it yet. But anyway, it just says sparkling clear protein, 0 sugar, 0 lactose, a light, bubbly, refreshing way to enjoy clear protein isolate. Made with reverse osmosis water, expertly carbonated for a crisp finish, no preservatives or colors, just a light, refreshing, effortlessly functional fuel. Protein reimagined. Oh, gosh, that tastes like a melted slushy, right?
What's floating around in? Is that the?
No, I think that's just the.
That tastes like blue Kool-Aid, but you made it and you added way more sugar than you ever should have. It is really good. I think
it's just the carbonation you're seeing. I don't think there's.
No, it's definitely.
Let's see once it settles. I don't think there's stuff. Yeah, I think you were just seeing like bubbles and stuff on the top.
It is so tasty. That's unbelievable.
It's a very, very strong
blue
flavor.
raspberry lemonade. Yes. This tastes like blue Kool-Aid.
It tastes like if you get like a Slurpee and you let it melt and you're drinking the bottom of it. That's what this tastes like. But it is a kick in the teeth. My goodness.
It is a kick in the teeth. 130 calories if you were curious.
And another way to get protein. Because we always get like the chocolate protein shakes, which are awesome.
But I can't imagine drinking this first thing in the morning.
No, this would be like something in the afternoon.
Yeah. Again, I appreciate that it doesn't have caffeine because, listen, I love caffeine, but, trying to curb how much.
Anyway, interesting.
Cool.
So, cool.
Now you know. Well, a little snag in my plans. The broccoli, I think I mentioned there was something in our fridge stinking. We were like, we don't know what it is. We went through, opened the bag of broccoli and the entire house instantly smelled of this broccoli. But what's interesting is it didn't smell bad. It just smelled like broccoli, but it was so strong. And I'm like, I've never had broccoli that smelled this strong. And even to the point where Tyler's like, whoa, he came in, he was like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, I don't want to get sick. Just in case. And one of the signs that they've gone bad, of course I'm Googling it, is if it's got a crazy strong, slightly foul odor, which I mean, once I thought about it, I'm like, it is slightly foul. So we're not going to do the broccoli, but this calls for cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, chickpeas, and onions, and then like a little bit of seasoning, and you bake it. So without the broccoli, it's looking a little sad. So I'm going to do extra carrot just to kind of fill it out, because it only called for like 2 carrots. All right, we've got the sauce made minus the maple syrup he's going to bring back. The trays are ready to go. They'll bake for like 30 minutes. Fingers crossed it's good. Okay, next step is we're going to start on our like ginger cookies. You excited? And honestly, these we usually make, we make like, just like a cookie, because they're technically like ginger spice cookies, molasses cookies. They're so good. But we do have this little gingerbread guy. So I figure we'll do a couple of these and then we'll do the rest maybe just as circles. So I will link this recipe below. It is so good. Most importantly, dark brown sugar is a big part of it, and butter, so we're going to start with that. And most importantly, we need some Christmas ambiance in the background, so we'll be listening to some jazzy Christmas music. Okay, Gigi is mixing the spices all together. Part of the magic of this, the molasses, the brown sugar, but cloves, cinnamon, ginger, calls for salt and pepper, and nutmeg. I think what really sets these apart is you also add fresh ginger. So I have some ginger thumb I need to grate. It's starting to smell really good in here. Very festive smelling, huh, Gigi? Okay, we're doing some in gingerbread shape. I will say this recipe is not ideal for gingerbread men unless you're really good about flouring your surface, which generally you probably should anyway. They're doing a good job. We got these little sprinkles they're using to decorate. Very cute. Well, they grew together a little bit. Again, not the most ideal recipe for ginger cookies, but oh well, they're so delicious. I should say not the ideal recipe for gingerbread men cookies, but they're so good on their own. So I'm gonna bake the rest tomorrow because actually the dough is supposed to stay in the fridge overnight. So I will show you those. When we bake them round and delicious, they are perfect. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, it looks pretty good. We ended up doing some quick brown rice to go along with it just because, again, without the broccoli, I felt like looking at it on the pan. I ended up doing 2 sheet pans of it. And in the end, they could have all been on one because of the way everything just gets smaller, like cauliflower and stuff when you cook it. But
smells good though.
Yeah, the sauce is interesting. It's kind of like honey mustard, but it's a very strong flavor. That meal...
Yeah, not my favorite.
Not my favorite either.
Give it
I love all the vegetable portion with the chickpeas and the vegetables. That was, in theory, good. Because it's just roasted veg. I mean, you know.
Yeah, as a side dish.
Yeah. So we ended up making the rice. That was necessary to make it a meal, I think. Again, maybe if we had more chickpeas, I think I would have done maybe 2 cans of chickpeas.
Yeah, and
adding the broccoli, but I didn't like the sauce.
I don't know. It just wasn't. I don't know because we do a lot of like vegetable based dishes, but this
and
for whatever
bowls
reason,
like this we do a lot of. Yeah. This was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I would give it like a 5 out of 10. So
maybe.
Yeah,
but I will say I learned something valuable. I have never, I don't think, just baked chickpeas like that, and just thinking about. We always talk about what are ways we can. You're gonna laugh when I say it. If you've been around a few years, what are ways that we can incorporate more beans into our diet? But I mean, genuinely, garbanzo beans, chickpeas, like just roasting them with the veggies as like our side dish, and then just having it on the plate. Olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder.
Yeah, all we ever do. I mean, you put garlic powder sometimes, but I mean,
it depends on the veggie.
All we do is olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we roast. But we do that with everything: green beans, cauliflower. Broccoli. I mean, anything you can imagine. We just sweet potatoes. That's kind of just our go-to, you know, veggie side. So I mean, this was
throwing
very
in a can of
similar.
Chickpeas.
And I'm like, maybe if we'd done a different sauce,
I think we would have liked it fine because again, it's things we like. So maybe someday we'll try it again. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe a ready-made sauce or just a totally different sauce. But I don't know. I was sitting there eating it thinking, what other sauce would be good on this? And I mean, probably many, but I just wasn't sure. Anyway.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
You had such high hopes.
I did. I was excited about that one for found that recipe months ago.
Also, I'm playing with my ring here. Somebody asked what this was.
I already talked about it in today's episode.
Did you
believe
really?
It?
Yeah.
In depth. Can you believe that? What are the odds of all?
It's really fun that every day I get to wake up and learn that my readiness is very low. I learn that I slept really badly.
I love that I get to wake up and it tells me how I'm supposed to feel.
And
like,
then,
wasn't a good night last night. I'm like, cool.
At the end of the day, it tells me that I've been stressed all day long. It's a very useful tool.
Yeah.
You're in a high stress state right now.
But
you didn't sleep well.
Well, you were in high stress. Although, like yesterday, it said you were in a more relaxed state most of the day. Good job. You had more restorative time.
It's a very cool thing.
Yeah.
But
that is funny, though, especially this month.
I love learning how badly my life is going. Oh, man.
But yeah, I was talking about, well, you'll see when you edit it. Actually, no, I think I'm editing this
Yes, because
episode.
I can be running around doing stuff tomorrow, getting ready.
That's right.
But you
do all the outside, out of the house things. I'll do all the in the house things tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So yeah, we're prepping for our thing this weekend. That we're having people over.
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
It will be really fun.
We've done this, like I said, a couple times, and they're like, I always like, if you ever saw that TV show called Hollywood Game Night, it's a lot of those kind of games where it's like some trivia, some charades, some minute to win it kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was a TV show hosted by Jane Lynch, and there was always like celebrity guests. It was really fun. I wish they would bring it back. But anyway, it's kind of like that kind of vibe. Like, you know, but we always have so much fun. Yeah. So I'm out. I think that's that.
I know. We're pretty much spent. We are pretty much spent today, I have to say.
Like I said, I think this next one's going to be fun, though, because in theory, if all goes to plan, we'll have some fun baking and cooking and stuff this weekend. And
I feel like today was fun baking and cooking.
No, of course.
You just weren't involved.
I wasn't involved.
You just weren't involved.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited, whether you do it this weekend or not, the English muffins, because those are so good, and they seem easier than I think I would guess they are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the ones that I do, you do need a sourdough starter. So
but again, but the vibe of English muffins, like,
of course, yeah,
plenty of people could make a different recipe, but the same.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So, anyway, also I love this sweatshirt. It makes me actually, funny enough, think of Seinfeld.
Oh, 100%.
I got it on clearance. Can't beat it.
New York City Athletic Club. Yeah.
I got it. It was
American
like
Eagle or something?
it was.
Express.
I think it was like $7 on clearance. You can't.
It's a
beat
good
that.
find. Yeah. Oh, you got green on green action.
I know. I didn't even mean to. It was an accident. But
yeah, it looks cool. Pinocchio says, I've been enjoying my doggy advent calendar. Yeah. You're the best boy.
All right.
What is the song in Hamilton? Not to bring up Hamilton again, but Best of Wives and Best of Women. Best of dogs and best of good boys.
All right. We got to stop. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.